Caleb Giddings from Gun Nuts Media, and today we're talking about the basics of appendix carry. What are the basics? Drawing and holstering your firearm. The reason why these are important is because if you've seen any of our other videos where we talk about appendix carry, there's always some genius in the comments who's like, "You're gonna shoot your dick off." No, I'm not, but we'll explain that in a minute. The reason we want to talk about drawing and holstering your firearm is because it is a little different from the AIWB position than it is from a traditional strong side position. First thing we're going to do here for this video is make sure our gun's unloaded. Yep, unloaded gun. I've removed all ammunition from the room. We're in a sterile environment, but I'm still going to make sure I point the weapon in a safe direction when I do any of these drills. So, when we're talking about appendix carry, the draw is where we're going to start. It's pretty much the same as a normal draw. You can do a 4-step draw or a 3-count draw, but what ends up happening with AIWB is your first thing you're going to do is you're going to clear your concealment garment. I'm wearing an undershirt. I don't normally do this, but I didn't feel like flashing you guys my horribly pink belly for the duration of this video. So the first thing you're going to do, clear your concealment garment. This is actually pretty important. You'll see in some of my other videos where I've been practicing and I haven't cleared my concealment garment high enough because I'm trying to cheat the draw and get a slightly faster draw, and what will happen is the pistol will get fouled, and I've actually hung up my thumb on the concealment garment as I'm trying to drive it to the target. That's not optimal. So, clear the concealment garment all the way. Get that thing up nice and high so it's not in the way of the gun. Then you're going to, while you're doing that, same motion, you're going to establish your master grip on the pistol. Next step, that gun's going to come up, out, rotate, somewhere in between here and here, you're going to get your support hand on the gun, and then you're going to drive the gun to the target and go to work. I try to not get too dogmatic about where your hands come together. Some guys teach a strict 4-count draw, 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever. Put your hands together somewhere in between here and here and here, all right? You don't want your hands coming together at full extension. You want them to come together close to your body so you can drive the gun out with a positive grip. Similarly, I am not extremely dogmatic on the angle at which you should drive the gun to the target. 2 options from the appendix position. You can do a high index and press the gun straight out in what's referred to as a press out, or you can do what I do and draw the gun to here and then bring it into your eye line from kind of the center of your chest, and it arrives in your eye line sort of at the end of your extension. Sometimes I'll do a higher press out. It depends on the situation that I'm drawing from. Now, the other thing we're going to talk about is reholstering. You've noticed me do something by now every time I've put the gun back in the holster. When I draw, the gun comes out on target, I finish my shooting, safety comes back on, and then I lean back when I holster. Why do I do that? Well, that goes back to the whole "you'll shoot your dick off" thing. By leaning back, by cocking my hips out at an angle like this, what I'm doing is I'm putting the muzzle of the gun so it's no longer in line with things I don't want to shoot, like my femoral artery, my dick, all right? You want to do this. If you just slam the... I can't even do it without getting nervous. You just slam the gun into your holster like that while you're standing like this, that's not safe. It's kind of dumb, actually. A hard break, a little lean back, watch the gun in, and you're good to go. The gun's no longer pointing at stuff you don't want to point a gun at, and it's a nice, easy way to reholster. If you're using a traditional double action gun, I would ride my thumb over the hammer. I actually do that on my 1911 sometimes, is I'll just kind of have my thumb over the hammer just in case, fingers way off the trigger, everything's good to go. Real simple, real simple. So we're going to go through that whole process again. So the draw, clear the concealment garment, drive the gun out to the target, and we're ready to go. And now, when we holster, safety comes back on, concealment garment comes way up, I kind of take a pause and put the gun back in. That's the last thing I want to talk about is that pause. So if we go and we're shooting, see, I missed it. If we go and we're shooting, and everything goes great, and we're done shooting, before I put the gun away, I just want to take a second and just sort of collect my thoughts and be like, all right, you know what? I'm done shooting. Let the adrenaline come down a little bit. All right, now we're going to lean back, do the rock away, and reholster. That's it. Those are your AIWB fundamentals. I'm not going to go into a super technical breakdown of the draw, but just accept that it's 1, 2, 3. That's it. You don't need to make it more complicated, all right? So our 3-step draw. Grab the gun, clear the concealment garment, bring your hands together, push the gun to the target. Too easy, right? I'm Caleb Giddings. Thanks for watching.